Hey everyone, I have here a look at the latest LEGO Speed Champions Formula 1 car, the 2023 McLaren, and it comes with 245 pieces. I paid $27 US for it and built it live during a charity stream over on Twitch. I already got the driver down in there. I figure I'll just leave them in there for the completeness of the look and for scale. First impressions, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that this is as small as it is. All genuine LEGO building techniques. And it's as good as it is. This really, really, really impressed me, given what we're dealing with here, given that we're dealing with LEGO pieces. It ain't perfect, no. The wheels and tires probably should be bigger. No, definitely should be bigger. And it does use a ton of stickers. Well, not quite. It's not as bad as it could have been. It does have a handful of unique prints as well. But the shaping of the side pods especially just really, really gets me here. And then it's got barge boards, which you can slightly adjust right there. Look at these. Look at the arrow space behind here as well. DeWalt, official DeWalt sticker from LEGO. Some folks are probably going to want that. Official Google Chrome printed pieces for the wheel dishes, and also that one right there. Some folks might be interested in that. We got Cisco. I mean, all of these companies had to have license involved in some way. I mean, some of it is done, most of it is actually done through secondary and tertiary agencies, but still, it's a lot to go through to get all the licensing for all these proper brands on there. And just overall, the build experience for this was a cut above, once again, no comparison to what we've had before. And I'm not, you know me. Well, if you know me, you know that I'm not one to just gush because it's LEGO, therefore it's great. No. I genuinely was deeply impressed with this the whole time. The linkages, not the first time that they've done the linkages like that, but all the other shaping, all the aero does rely a fair bit on some fairly new pieces, such as these corner 2x2 notched curve pieces here, the tile that's 1x2 with a notch on it, this particular slope right here, which has a print on it. You can clearly see that the orange is not nearly bright enough. It should be that bright. That's a sticker, and it's a good color. It's a good match to LEGO's orange plastic. This is not right here. This is a print here. Oh, wait. There's another print. There is another right there. Look at that little FX Pro. That's a print. It's nice to get that. And its size is so small that it doesn't matter that it's a little bit lacking in opacity. And then this is a print here, one on either side, so they're not the same. And there you can see LEGO's print orange on black versus the plastic. This one isn't as bad. Could have been worse, definitely. But, you know, we definitely want these things to match up for these increasingly expensive collector models. The yellow on this is especially lacking, but all the stuff that is physically built here, I'm really happy with. Again, except for the size of the wheels and tires. These tires are dual molded onto the wheels. They're also printed, which is nice to see. So first of all, no longer are we relying on treaded pieces, which have to be passed off as wet weather tires. And you have this nice print going around on the tire, on the rubber itself, or the rubbery material. And then additionally, the prints for the inserts, which once again are just a little bit lacking in their opacity. None of this was really frustrating to me, with the exception of just trying to line up the stickers down here. There are judgment calls that you can make. You know, LEGO suggests that you just put everything kind of in the middle. I try to, as much as possible with these Speed Champions cars, make things line up a little bit better when you have graphical elements that go between multiple LEGO pieces. And here I just ended up wanting to get the blue color there to line up. That one's not as good as it should be. Maybe I can kind of fake it just a little bit, or just kind of push it off to the side, but it does leave a little bit of that orange gap on the bottom, but that didn't bother me, you know, just relative to the other options. If you choose to go with a different option, I completely understand. This has a classic, semi-classic chassis piece inside of it to help the driver to be lower down, but overall, again, the build experience of this was fantastic. And a viewer on Twitch while I was building this asked if I would compare it to one of the old Formula One cars from the 6-wide era. First of all, thank you. Secondly, hey, I remembered. Size, significantly different, but you know what? I'm not mad at the old one. This was from the second series, the second set of Formula One cars that they made. I'm not mad at the old one for its size and for its age and for the parts that were available then and everything. It's not that bad, honestly. You know, for something Lego, this is not bad. It looks very toyish compared to the new one. But you look at the entire history of Lego, you look at some of their earliest, like, what was it, mid to late 1980s, good looking, fun looking open wheel racers. Compared to this is nice. This is deluxe. But you compare it to that, it's hard to. Not just the size, and the size is very important to be able to get more detail. It's kind of how you cheat. It's one of the easiest ways to cheat, to make things look better in Lego, is just go to a larger size. But I mean, the sophistication of this, and again, especially the side pods on this one, I just can't stop loving on these side pods. The shaping is so multi-dimensional, smart, accurate as reasonably anyone could ask for, I think. Does once more. Newer pieces are relied upon. These slope pieces are new. The 1x4 pieces with the notch on it, with the curve. But it's just genuinely good. I will say that the driving compartment is rather cramped and the person does have to have their hands up, but it's not too bad. A little printed console piece there in the front, and the use of black spoons, just recently recolored. Black spoons for the side view mirrors is one of the best nice part usages that I think I've ever seen. It's absolute perfection. You can't get better than that. I think the shape, the size as well, the proportions, fantastic. It's so nice that they were able to get that reprint. I think that's going to be a super, super useful piece. And the halo is really easy to manage. It was easy to bend it around, and it fits in a nice tight little spot. The driver figure is not that exciting to look at. I think there definitely could have been more little creases, crease marks throughout this, because it's so simple. It's looking kind of starched. It's looking, it definitely could have used some additional life, because those things aren't that straight. Even when they're fresh from the cleaners and put on for the very first time, there's still little folds and things. I think that this could have benefited from that. The helmet, I love having the helmet though, with the McLaren logo there, and also the return of the dark blue color for a standard visor. What I don't like here is that the prints on the gray are, well, they're just muddy. They're not opaque. I talk about this all the time, and I will not stop talking about it. Doesn't matter how many people tell me to stop talking about it or stop complaining about quality issues. Lego is expensive. It's always been expensive, but it gets more expensive over time. These sets in particular get more expensive over the time, and I want orange to be orange. It's not too much to ask for. Tons of other companies, smaller companies, do it all the time and don't have this issue. So Lego can too. I love the spare part selection here. As usual, you get a wrench to remove the wheel covers, but to get one of these as a spare, the black bucket handle, the dark blue colored visor, this piece, the new black spoon, that print, this piece right here, and this piece, like a large portion of these are in my view as a Lego fan and custom builder, kind of golden, and I'm happy to have those as extras. This is what the sticker sheet looked like. It felt appropriate to me for something that, this is a race livery. It has a ton of markings on it, and I'm used to this by now. Stickers in Speed Champions, lots of them, especially race liveries, is not new. And honestly, this just didn't feel oppressive to me for what the subject matter is. Here again, the price was $27 US. It's 27 euros, which is worse. It's only 21 pounds UK, or not as bad as it could be, and $35 Canadian. That's the world in which we live now. That's the price that these are. That's the standard price for a single build. It doesn't have as much bulk as the street-based cars. It does not. But it's exquisite. The build is fantastic, in my personal opinion. I am Very, very impressed. I really wish that they had some larger wheels and tires to go with it. Otherwise, and of course, yeah, the quality issues I've already talked about with the prints and such. But otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, they could use this as the standard and just keep making more and more and more open wheel cars. Hit up some other formulas, some other series as well. Let's do IndyCar, something that actually has some racing action, some passing. Oh yes, I went there. And of course, other teams. I mean, Red Bull must not want to have a Lego set, right? Otherwise, they would have had so many of them, and they would have sold by the millions, seriously, worldwide. So I don't know what's going on with that, but this is really, really good for what it is. I'm happy with it. It's expensive, but it is a proper collector's model and a proper collector's Lego set to build. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.